This is our first pilot version of Coffee with Pam. And obviously, I have Pam with me. She's to the side of me, as you can tell. Pam, welcome to your pilot version of A Coffee with Pam.
Good morning, my old friend, longtime friend. I'm so excited to see you this morning. So excited, so blessed to have this sunshine that we had for a few minutes. It's starting to cloud up now, and I just, we started this so that we can share a cup of coffee, share some laughs, and share some memories and some good times.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm obviously inside. I'd go outside, but you're right. It looks like it's going to rain. And normally we would do this in person, right? We'd be on your back patio, or I'd be on my back deck. We'd enjoy a cup of coffee in person. But as you know, we're going through this pandemic, the coronavirus. So we have to have some social distancing. But we want to tell our viewers that both of us are healthy and not symptomatic. I know I've been social distancing myself. I've been listening to the authorities. So I'm blessed to be healthy. And Pam, you look healthy. You sound healthy.
Well, thank you. You look good too. And if this is the way I get to see people, this is the way that I get to see people.
Hey, we gotta make it work one way or the other, right?
I'm blessed. You gotta do what you've got to do to keep safe and blessed. So
absolutely.
I'm taking care of my mother, and she's 80 years old, so I have to be extremely careful. She has an autoimmune disease, and I need to make sure that she's safe. That's my number one priority. I take care of my mother, and I have, me and you come from a little small community, Northridge. We're polar bears. Once polar bear, you're always polar bear. Mm-hmm. And we have so many friends that we have went from kindergarten all the way up through high school. And I still love everybody, talk to most, still have all these friends on Facebook. We just have the best time because we have a community we're strong, and we all love each other, and we're like family because we are so small. And you and I have known each other for many, many years.
Oh, yeah.
And what a blessing. What a blessing.
Absolutely. Talking about that. So one is when you say strong, and I know our viewers want to know, where we've been, what's happened to us. So we'll give our viewers a Reader's Digest version here in just a second. But thinking of strong and Northridge strong and Dayton strong, as you know, our town went through, our hometown where we grew up, where we went to school from elementary all the way up to high school, we graduated together, went through a horrible tornado, right? Memorial Day weekend last year.
Devastation.
Yeah. Tell me about, I don't know if you went back to Northridge, check things out, and I'll share a little bit about what I did after I heard about it, but share with our viewers what you did and what makes Northridge strong, what makes Dayton strong.
I went through it many times because I lived in Northridge my entire life until, just several years ago. And I seen a community that came together, and it's still devastated. There's still a lot of devastation, the tornado blew Northridge apart. Mm-hmm. It's heartbreaking that because, there was so many rental properties and things. And, I don't know insurance, of course, a lot of my friends that still live in Northridge, the insurance really didn't cover what, they got insurance money from their homeowners, but it really wasn't to cover the total devastation of it. But as far as, I did see the community pull together. I know a lot of my friends went down there. Like I said, I have my mother. A lot of friends worked in the community. They went back to Northridge to help. There were so many helpers. Amen. There were so many people that helped. And, a lot of my friends still live there, And I'm proud to come from Northridge. I'm proud of the way that people handled what they did. I'm proud of the new school that's built. It's beautiful.
It is.
Um, it's absolutely beautiful. Um, we have a lot, to be proud of that we
Absolutely.
come from Northridge.
Now I'm not gonna, most of our viewers, if they know us, they know what graduating class we are. I'm not gonna say the year. I'll save that for later.
Why
Show our
not?
age. But we were considered the wild bunch, is what they called us, and we are
Really?
obviously kids of the 80s, but I'm not going to say what year we graduated. But thinking of Northridge Strong and Dayton Strong, we went through that shooting experience at the Oregon District in North Dayton. That was horrific. And then to experience this tornado. And I live in South Dayton now. I know you live way up north. But I remember when it was coming through, right? It devastated Salina as it came through. It touched in a little bit in Huber Heights, but it ripped right through the heart of Northridge. And I remember my kids were asleep. I couldn't even wake them up. The sirens were going off. My phone was going off. And, my kids aren't that heavy of a sleeper. I couldn't get them woke up, but I did get them woke up. Got it. We were in a basement, gathered the couches, sofas around us, pillows. And then, I was checking on my parents and family. I was texting my friends in Northridge. And then I remember, the people that rallied together. I mean, Northridge Strong, hashtag Northridge Strong. Google it, look it up. Hashtag Dayton Strong, look it up. Man, what a community that came together. I know Simple Street Ministries with Joel Burton came in. A lot of different churches, they stepped up. And I think of evangelist Brian Smith of First Heavy Metal Church of Christ, which is a Northridge alumni, which has his services there in the auditorium where we, graduated from, or walking through the Northridge new auditorium that we got. I'm going to show our senior year. Ignore that part. I don't talk about the year we
So you're going to
graduated yet.
you are going to tell our age.
I know
You
I
are
am.
going to tell our age. That's okay. You know what? I'm proud of my age. I will be 53 in May, and I'm extremely proud of my age.
I thought you were.
I am. I don't care.
You look.
I'm not. Yeah, right. Okay. But I love you. That's why I love you. But I'm proud of my age. There are a lot of people that has not made it to our age.
Yeah.
And we've lost a lot. So to me, every day that I wake up, that's a blessing.
Amen.
And I'm proud to say, I mean, when I have a birthday, most women are like, oh, I'll just, skip this birthday thing. Not me. When I have my birthday, I'm like, that's my day. That's the day I was born. And I'm going to celebrate that age, and I'm going to celebrate every day.
Man, that's a great attitude. That's the right attitude, Pam. So, we're sharing our age. So we are obviously, if you haven't done the math, we are the class of 85. We're considered the wild bunch, well and alive, class of 85. So mentioning that, Pam, you talk about you being proud of being this age. You're right. It's about perspective. We made it to this age, and just our silver linings in our hair just is lines of wisdom, lines of experience, right? So with that being,
I take care of that. I washed that gray right out of my hair.
I can't get my hair cut because we're in the social distancing and all the shops are closed. I got a hat on, but I don't have too much gray shown. Thank you, Lord. Until I grow my beard out, goatee, and then you'll see it, and I look like Colonel Sanders. But what I was going to say is, for our viewers, and I know we want to try to keep these shows within 30 minutes. This is our first pilot. But inquiring minds want to know if you can provide us, Pam, with your Reader's Digest version of, where you were from graduating high school to now. Maybe share some highlights. I'll do the same, but ladies first. So go ahead, Pam. Share with us your life experiences, just some highlights to this point.
Well, I got married young. I was like 22 when I got married. I have 2 grown children. I have a son who is just turned 22. My daughter just turned 20. They're both born in March. I was married for quite a few years. I was married for 23 years. I am divorced. But not to stay on that. I, I take care of my mother. My father passed away, and my dad always called me a jack of all trades, master of none, but because I've had many jobs, I've done many jobs. My favorite job after high school was my last job, and I transported patients. I delivered people to their doctor's offices, their doctor's appointments, and that job was a blessing because I got to go in communities and I seen things that, I went to very poor communities and picked up these poor little old women and men and took them to their doctor's appointments who didn't have rides, who had nobody. And when you share a ride with somebody to the doctor every couple weeks or whatever, you become close to these people.
Mm-hmm.
You become their adopted daughter, their adopted sister, and we would share songs. And I had a little client, Miss Betty. She was probably, well, and I had a lady that was in Springfield that was, I went to, after my job ended, I went to her 100th birthday party.
Wow.
She was just so much information and so much knowledge and so much wisdom of the world. And I just loved my people. And that was my favorite job. I had a blast with my people. Miss Betty would tell me, I would put in the Branscombe brothers. The Branscombes, they sang in church, were the church that I used to go to. And I would put in their CD and I would sing to Miss Betty, and she would sing with me, and she would say, put in that CD on our little rides. I like people and I enjoy people. Now it's me and my mommy, which I'm totally blessed to have my mom.
And your kids are grown, right?
My kids are grown, and I have one in college and the other one works, and we just, we're all up here together. Can't have it any better. I'm out here in the little bit away from everybody. I'm kind of secluded a little bit. My closest neighbors, they're not real close.
Well, I love your back yard, your back patio, and you gave me a tour when I had coffee with you last time when I rode up there. And normally, like I said, I'd be up there if we didn't have this coronavirus and the social distancing. I'd be there on your back patio, or you'd be down here on my back deck, right? Maybe you can turn your phone around, show the viewers the view of your backyard. When you talk about your birds and the trees, can you turn your phone around a little bit? And okay, we're looking through the screen.
Yeah. Okay. I should have opened the window.
You're on your closed patio.
I should have opened my window.
It's getting ready to rain.
Yeah, it's nice though. I mean, yeah, I do have I should have opened my window. And let me.
Oh yeah, there we go. Very nice back there. Nice tree lines, nice yard. We got a sofa out there, a love seat.
No, it's a little bench that I painted. Oh. I have a little bench that I painted, and
okay, cool.
I found it out there in our barn, and I was really excited because it was a treasure. I found two of those benches, and the man who lived here before, who built this house, the man who lived here, he built those two benches, and I was like, when I found them out in our barn, I was like, oh, I'm gonna paint those and have me another two places to sit.
Cool.
To enjoy my yard.
Well, I'll give you my Reader's Digest version of Where is Don Now? I get a sip of coffee. So the Reader's Digest version where Don is now, obviously right now I'm living in South Dayton. I've traveled around a little bit, but since high school, I ended up also getting married relatively young while I was in retail. And my career was in retail management, became a buyer. And then I'm kind of a geek, a tech geek, right, Pam? I like my technology. And
yes, but
do I?
I said, and I'm not.
Okay, you got a friend that is, right? So anyway, I had a passion for tech and technology, and I ended up going into outside sales, working for a value-added reseller, IT, telecommunications. Got a bunch of certifications in that field. Kind of worked my way through college as I worked, and went to college at the same time here locally. I like to went to the Ohio State University, the Ohio State University. I'm a big Buckeye fan. Stayed local though: Sinclair, Wright State, Liberty University. I am a blessed dad of three amazing children. So my oldest child is grown and up on her own, and then I have a 12 and a 14-year-old. So I've got a 26-year-old daughter. Again, show my age. You guys already know my age now, both of our ages, right? So a 26-year-old daughter, a 14-year-old son, and a 12-year-old daughter. They're quite a blessing. So I enjoy raising them. So I've been raising kids for 26 years. Being in IT and telecom, I took a little bit of a break, not to give you a lot of detail and blah, 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 but I took a little break because after 9/11, things kind of slowed down post Y2K, 9/11, we all experienced that. I went into banking, right? So became a VP of business banking here locally. And then we had the banking crisis, which we lived through, and, the real estate bubble and the banking crisis. And then I went into business for myself, owned my own business, and then back into telecom and IT. So I work with businesses, corporate, from Fortune 500 down to the SMB, mom and pop on the street corner. And I provide business cloud, business digital marketing, and business telecommunications. So that's what I do for an earnings. And then what I do for a living, I always like to share my purpose statement or my mission statement. And it is to pour as much love and wisdom into my children and make a positive impact in the lives of others. So that's what I do for a living. So living and earnings. Earnings is the moolah, and living is what we take the moolah for our vehicle, what our passion is. So that's kind of me in a Reader's Digest nutshell. And, I am divorced as well. It's just me and Brutus right now, my pug. And then, I get my children about every other weekend, Wednesday nights, and 5 weeks in the summer. But I'm blessed. I'm healthy. I'm happy. You and I both have a lot of life experiences. And I know we got to wrap up the show, but that's what we want to share in this Coffee with Pam. We just want to be real. People that we grew up with know us personally, elementary, middle school, and high school. And we just want to share our stories, our experiences, share some laughs, enjoy a good cup of coffee. And eventually what we'd like to do is invite special guests on, right, Pam? We want to invite Northridge alumni, whether it's friends from elementary, it's friends from junior high or high school. We would like to know where they are now, and just come in and enjoy a cup of coffee. And if they can't join us in person after this virus ends and they're in another state or even another country, we can do it virtually through this particular video conferencing software, right?
Right. Absolutely. We want to share some good stories, some peace. And we all need peace in our heart, and we need peace in our lives. I didn't mention my boyfriend. Yesterday was we've been together for 2 years. It was our first date. Yes, we had went to Red Lobster, and he's an awesome person. Me and him have a lot of common interests, and I have peace. I am at peace, and I wish everyone to be at peace. I always feel blessed. I always feel happy to be alive. I'm not going to get into the loss that I've had. I've had a lot of loss in my family. I've had a lot of death. I've had a lot of grieving. But all in all, I've got my family. I've got my mom, my boyfriend, my kids. I'm truly blessed. I'm truly blessed to have lived the life that I have lived. I'm truly blessed to have had the experiences that I've had, the friendships that I've had, the love that I've had. I'm blessed.
Amen.
And there's no other way to put it except that I have been exceptionally blessed.
Amen.
And I'm grateful, and I'm thankful, and I'm happy to see you this morning.
Likewise.
And I'm happy to be alive. And I know we have so much darkness right now in the world that that can truly bog us down and make us forget our blessings because we're looking at the dark side of things, and it's hard not to. But I say, everybody, try to remember the good stuff. Try to talk about this good stuff. Try and be positive. You know, it's not easy every day to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping that with our little show that we can, you know, that we can share some positivity and share some love, laughter, good times, you know,
Absolutely.
some stories that are fun.
Yes, I agree. So, Pam, obviously we have, and anybody that reaches our age, right, or older, and, you know, we're not that old. I'm still consider, you know, pretty young. I'm got a lot of years left on me, but we have plenty of comeback stories, right? Just like a lot of folks out
Absolutely.
there. And just like a lot of folks who we're going to invite on the show and interview and just have some fun with some coffee and conversation. And I want to share that as we close this is right now it's a tough time. It's an uncertain time. People are concerned, they're worried. But let me tell you what, Pam, and I know you agree with me, this too shall pass. We will get through this. Pam and I are
Absolutely.
comeback stories. We have multiple comeback stories, and that's what we want to focus on is the comebacks, the victories, overcoming adversity and challenging and counting each blessing, no matter how small, how tiny. We have so much and so many blessings to count that if we count our blessings, we'd be too preoccupied to even think of our adversities, right?
Right. And I got coffee. I've always got coffee. Coffee listens. Coffee's there.
Absolutely. So viewers, I want to encourage you, invite you to attend our next A Coffee with Pam. Our goal is to do this at least during this social distancing. Every Wednesday morning, we'll record it at 9:30 a.m. We'll eventually open it as an open invitation to join. Now, me being the producer of Pam's show, I have to mute and control the audience because we can't have multiple people talking once we open this up to visitors. But we will allow guests and visitors to talk and engage. And in a future meeting, like I said, we're going to have special guests with a coffee with Pam. So in closing, Pam, what's the last thing you want people to remember today of our first pilot show?
That we're just trying to reach people and give people some hope and some positivity and some love, and shout out to everybody. We're all still here. We're going to make it. And this too shall pass.
Yes. I'm going to give you my closing line on my YouTube channel and things that people hear me say probably frequently. Hopefully you're not getting tired of it, but may you launch each day with purpose. May you navigate with principles and explore with passion. This is Pam Rourke. I don't know which side you're on with this recording. You have Pam Rourke and Don Martin saying, make it a great day. Enjoy your coffee. Make it a great day because you truly have a choice in making it a great day.